Welcome at this lunch break yin. My name is Kim and I'll be guiding you through the next 40 minutes of yin yoga. And I would like to loosen up some tension and tightness around neck and shoulders because it's getting cold. And it's cold outside, and of course there's a lot of tension in the world and also in our body. So just relax for the next 40 minutes and enjoy it. So come sit on the feet and try to lengthen the spine. Roll the shoulders up, back and down, and the hands on the thighs with the palms facing down for more grounding at this point. Gently close the eyes. Let's take a minute or two to notice how you feel today. You might have been busy with work at home or struggling teaching the kids, or anything which might cause tension. Just be aware of it, but let it go. Just know it's there. And try to lengthen the breath on an inhalation, lengthen the spine. Feel the belly puff, and on an exhalation, release. And let's do this a couple of times. So inhaling, lengthen the spine and feel the belly puff, and exhaling, relaxing. In your own pace, inhaling and exhaling, letting go of the stress. Breathe out the stress and tension you feel at this moment. Inhaling, lengthen. Feel the chest rise, and exhaling, letting go. Inhaling. Exhaling. And let's do this in your own pace, breathing deeply. Feel how it also lengthens the breath. Letting go. Keep the shoulders relaxed and the chin a little bit in so the back of the neck is long. A few more deep breaths. Make them as deep as you can, the deepest breaths from today. And maybe you even open the mouth when you exhale, letting go of the stress and tension. One more deep inhalation. Open the mouth and exhale. Now lift up the hands and let's shake it out. Let's shake out the tension for today. Maybe even raise the arms. Just feel the tension just flowing out of the fingertips one more time. And maybe you inhale also deeply. And exhaling, releasing tension, so letting go. And let's start with the first yin practice, or the yin posture for today. So you can bring the big toes together and bring the knees a little bit out. And if you have really tight inner legs, just make the opening a little less wide. So you come into a child's pose. You can stretch out the arms and place the forehead on the mat. If you have a cushion or a little pillow, you can also place the forehead on the little pillow or cushion. Now let's just walk the hands forward. Inhale deeply. And on the exhalation, you drop the sits bones to the feet. So feel that lengthening of the spine and feel that release in the shoulders after you have been sitting down all morning. This might feel really nice. So let's do this a couple of times. Inhaling deeply and exhaling, stretching and dropping the sits bones to the feet. Inhaling, lengthen, and exhaling, letting go. A few more times in your own pace. Feel that lengthening and the stretching also. Feel how you drop deeper into the hips. And it depends on how wide the knees are, if you feel a stretch on the inner legs. But make sure it's comfortable for you so you can relax and letting go. This lunch break. Now you inhale one more time deeply. And on the exhalation, you just let go. Let the forearms rest on the mat. Relax the shoulders down and go deeper into your yin posture. Taking a few minutes to go deeper. Go beyond the muscles into the connective tissue. And keep the breath flowing. Feel how the belly rises on an inhalation and falls on an exhalation. A few more breaths here. Now walking your hands underneath the shoulders, taking your time. And when your hands underneath the shoulders, you start to press up. Don't move the knees yet. First, bring the hands behind you. And then lift up the knees and bring them back to center. To protect the knees, we don't move them over the mat, but first we lift them up and bring them back to center. Now coming into a tabletop, hands underneath the shoulders and knees underneath the hips. So the knees are a little wider. And make sure you have a little bit of space in front of you, because our next pose is Anahatasana and melting heart pose. And we will start with an easy one. So first we stretch out the right arm and we bend the left arm. So we bend the left arm so we can place the forehead on our left forearm. You stretch out the right arm and you place the forehead on the left forearm. And inhale deeply, and on the exhalation you sink into the pose. So you feel a compression in your upper back. And you relax in here. So you open the chest, open the belly, the area around the belly. And try to keep the knees underneath the hips in this posture. And your shoulders and upper back really enjoy this when you work at home. Maybe sitting on a kitchen table, kids running around. So relax here, letting go of everything you do not need anymore, all the tension and tightness around the neck and shoulders. And breathing deeply, filling up your whole upper body with oxygen. And exhaling, letting go. And one more deep inhalation. Open the mouth and exhale. And walking your right arm underneath the right shoulder and start to press up back into your tabletop. So we're switching arms now. Now you can stretch out the left arm and bend the right and place your forehead on the right forearm and stretch out that left arm. Also, inhale deeply here. And on the exhalation, you sink into this side. Again, you feel a compression in your upper back, stretching in the shoulders. And enjoy. Even though it might feel uncomfortable because the tension, tightness around the shoulders and neck might feel discomfort or might cause discomfort, but knowing when you finish your practice, you'll feel better. And also here, one deep inhalation. And exhaling, letting go. And walking your left arm underneath the left shoulder. Start to press up back into your tabletop. Hands underneath the shoulders. And we also make a full Anahatasana. So now you stretch out both arms. Inhale deeply, having the knees underneath the hips, and on the exhalation you sink the heart to the mat. So you melt the heart to the mat. And after the shoulder stretches we already did, this might feel uncomfortable, so maybe you want to bend both elbows and place the forehead on the arms and then sink into your upper back. And if it feels okay, just keep them stretched. Feel the compression in your upper back, stretching in the shoulders. Opening on the front side of your body with the heart and the area around the belly. And having a few deep in and exhalations. In every exhalation, you drop a little deeper. Breathing deeply. A few more. And your last deep inhalation. Exhaling with an open mouth. Letting go. And walking your hands underneath the shoulders again. Slowly start to press up back into your tabletop. And before we rest in a child's pose, we do a few cat-cow. So inhale, dropping the belly, lifting the chest, arching the spine. And exhaling, rounding. A few of those to just freshen up the spine. Inhaling, arching, and exhaling, rounding. Inhaling, arching, and exhaling, rounding like an angry cat. One more, inhaling and exhaling. And bring the big toes together and also the knees close together. Drop the sits bones to the feet. Hands next to the feet. Place the forehead on the mat and round the spine. So make yourself really, really small. Relaxing the shoulders here. After that shoulder stretch, this might feel really nice. Noticing what's happening inside your body. Maybe you feel a change of energy, a difference. And walking the hands underneath the shoulders and start to press up. You may come and sit on the mat with stretched legs, and I will sit like this. So next pose will be shoelace. There will be a hip opener, but also with a shoulder stretch. We start with the left leg on top. So left leg on top, knees are on top of each other. So now if this is good enough for you, you can stay here. But if you can bend the right leg also, you can do so. Maybe you know shoelace also, and you can sit a little higher with the hips so the hips have more space. Be aware of the bottom knee and also the top knee. You can also squeeze a little cushion in between or underneath, so it might feel better for the knees. So choosing the posture with the legs, you can decide. And we will start with our upper body. We will start twisting. So for that, you can place the left hand behind you, the right hand on the left knee, inhaling deeply, pushing up or stretching, and exhaling, start to twist to the left. So starting with the belly, ribs, chest, and then looking over the left shoulder. Now make sure there's no tension in the neck here. You're only twisting, just gently, maybe closing the eyes. Following your breath, your in and your exhalation. Relaxing the right foot, the left foot. And enjoying this twist. Squeezing out the spine. And maybe on every exhalation you twist a little deeper. And you can twist a little deeper as long as it's not causing too much tension or work, because we're not working here. We're taking a break, lunch break. Now one deep inhalation, one deep exhalation through the mouth. And then slowly start to come back to center. First twist the belly, ribs, chest, back to center. And when you're back to center, you just relax the arms alongside the body and feel. Feel whatever change you might feel at this point. The legs stay the same. Now you can keep the legs the same, or maybe you decide to bend the bottom knee also. Whatever is comfortable for you at this moment. We will make a side bending to the left. So you place the left hand on the left side on the mat, and the right hand comes in between the shoulder blades. So see how far you can get it up. Maybe you bring it a little lower because of the stretches we already have done. And then inhale deeply, and on the exhalation slowly bend to the left so you feel a stretch on the right side. Also feel a stretch in the hips. And a few deep breaths here. Dropping the head to the left. Also a little stretch on the right side of the neck. Breathing deeply. And your last deep inhalation. Open the mouth, exhale. Slowly start to press up. Relaxing your right arm alongside the body. Feel the difference in the shoulder. Now place the hands behind you. And first place the left foot in front of you, then the right. And let's do some windshield wipering. The knees to the left and to the right. To loosen up the hips after that opening of the hips. One more time, right. One more time, left. And back to center. And we change sides so now. So we stretch out the left leg and the right leg comes on top. So the knees are on top of each other. And you probably know if you want to have something underneath. The sits bones to sit a little higher so there's more space around the hips. And you decide if you want to keep the left leg stretched in front of you or you also bend the left leg. So you have that nice hip opener. Be careful with the knees, so maybe you squeeze a little cushion in between or underneath. And we will start with the twist here. So you place the right hand behind you and the left hand on the right knee. First you inhale deeply, you lengthen the spine. And on the exhalation you start to twist to the right. So first the belly, ribs, chest, and looking over the right shoulder. And the neck also is gently twisted here, so no tension in the neck. Having a few long, deep in and exhalations here. Maybe you have the eyes closed and enjoying. Keeping the attention inward. And your last deep inhalation here. Open the mouth, letting go. And slowly start to twist back to center. First belly, ribs, chest, and the last the head. Relax the arms alongside the body. And preparing for the side bend. Placing the right hand on the floor. Maybe you even have a cushion so you have a little higher. And then place the left hand in between the shoulder blades so you come with that shoulder stretch. Then inhale deeply, and on the exhalation you start to bend to the right. Try to have the sits bones connected to the earth. Feel a stretch on the left side here, dropping the head to the right. And a full breath in and a full breath out, relaxing, letting go. Your last deep inhalation. Exhaling. And slowly start to push up until you're back seated and relax the left arm alongside the body. And before you move the legs first, feel how it feels to relax the arms. And placing the hands behind you and the right foot back in front of you and the left. And again, we start to windshield wiper the knees to the left and to the right, like windshield wipers moving. Loosen up the hips. And one more time right. One more time left. And back to center. And placing the feet back on the mat, a little bit of distance between the knees. And place the hands behind you. Now make sure you have a little bit of space. So I move the hips a little forward. The hands behind you. And place the left ankle on the right knee. Left ankle on the right knee. So the left knee points to the left. Now coming to so in an easy figure 4. To have some shoulder stretch here, we inhale and we lift up the hips. And on the exhalation, we place them a little bit forward so you feel a shoulder stretch. Now, if it's too much for the shoulders, you can also place them back a little bit. Just feel for yourself, how much shoulder stretch do you want? We did a lot of shoulder stretches already, so you might start to feel it. But we're almost there to relax. Breathing deeply. We will not stay here for too long. Now inhale, start to lift up the hips again if you have them lifted up, and on the exhalation, place them back. Now first, place the left foot back on the mat and change sides. So now you have the right ankle on the left knee. The right knee is pointing to the right side. And again, to have that shoulder stretch, we inhale and we lift up the hips. And on the exhalation, we place them a little further on the mat so we get a shoulder stretch. Now start to pressing your right knee a little bit so you feel a stretch in the right buttock. And breathing deeply. We are almost there. Now your next inhalation, you start to lift up the hips again. And on the exhalation, place them back on the mat. Place the right foot back on the mat. And move your arms in front of you. Stretch them out in front of you. And then you can slowly come down vertebra by vertebra until you're lying on the mat, and you can relax your arms alongside the body. How good does that feel? Stretching out the legs and dropping the feet to the left and to the right. And now decide if you want to have the arms alongside the body or maybe sideways in a T position or even overhead. So whatever feels comfortable for you to relax. Taking these few minutes, enjoying, knowing that you need to take a break. You need to step away sometimes and reload and recharge. And slowly you may start to deepen the breath again, the in and the exhalation. You can start to micro-move the fingers and the toes, circling the wrists and the ankles. And inhaling deeply, and you may stretch out like you're just waking up from a deep, deep winter sleep. Rolling onto your favorite side, hugging the knees into the chest. And slowly come up. Maybe you have your eyes still closed. Inhaling the arms up to the sky, palms touch. And exhaling, hands in front of the heart. Bowing the head towards the heart. And making a nice intention for the rest of the day. Something nice you want to do today. Maybe taking a walk outside. Maybe with your dog or taking a walk with a friend, something nice which will nurture you, will help you to reload, or maybe someone else help you to, or you help someone else to reload. Namaste. Thank you for joining the class today, and I will be tuning out but coming back for a meditation. So if you have time, hope to see you. Have a good afternoon.